Imagine your country collapsing. No government, no law, just hundreds of warlords fighting endless wars. For over 100 years, Japan was exactly like that. And it took 3 extraordinary men to change its future: a visionary, a peasant, and a survivor. In 1551, a young warlord inherited a small piece of Japan. At the time, the country was divided. Powerful lords fought endlessly for land, influence, and survival. The young warlord was different from many of his rivals. He challenged traditions, he embraced new ideas, and he was willing to take risks that others would never consider. His name was Oda Nobunaga. Then one day, disaster arrived. A powerful warlord marched toward him with an army several times larger. Nobunaga's advisors were terrified. Many believed surrender was the only option. Instead, Nobunaga looked at the storm clouds gathering overhead and made a bold decision. During a thunderstorm, he launched a surprise attack. The enemy never saw it coming. Against impossible odds, Nobunaga won. Japan was stunned. A rising lord had defeated one of the most powerful armies in the country. Over the next 20 years, he defeated rival warlords one after another. For the first time in generations, people began to believe Japan could become one nation again. But just as victory was within reach, betrayal struck. In 1582, while resting at Honno-ji Temple in Kyoto, Nobunaga received shocking news. One of his most trusted generals had turned against him. The army approaching the temple was not coming to protect him. It was coming to destroy him. Within hours, the temple was surrounded. Flames climbed into the night sky. The man who had spent decades fighting to unite Japan found himself trapped with no escape. The greatest threat had not come from an enemy. It had come from someone he trusted. As the fire closed around him, the dream he had spent his life building seemed to die with him. Japan's great unifier was gone, or so everyone thought. Among Nobunaga's followers was a man nobody expected to become ruler of Japan. He wasn't a noble. He wasn't even born a samurai. He was born a peasant. His name was Toyotomi Hideyoshi. In feudal Japan, someone like him should never have risen to power. But Hideyoshi possessed something rare. He understood people. While other generals fought with swords, Hideyoshi often won through intelligence, diplomacy, and timing. The moment he heard of Nobunaga's death, he moved, fast. Within days, he defeated the traitor responsible. Then he did something even more impressive. He convinced rivals to join him. Those who refused were defeated. One by one, the warlords of Japan bowed. After a century of chaos, the country was finally united. The impossible had happened. A peasant had become the most powerful man in Japan. But even Hideyoshi had one weakness. He was growing old, and his son was still a child. As his health faded, ambitious warlords began watching and waiting. One man in particular, a patient lord named Tokugawa Ieyasu. Unlike Nobunaga, Ieyasu wasn't known for taking dramatic risks. Unlike Hideyoshi, he wasn't known for winning people over with charm. His greatest weapon was patience. For decades, he waited. He watched stronger men rise and watched them fall. Then Hideyoshi died. Almost immediately, powerful lords began fighting over who would control Japan. The country stood on the edge of another civil war. Everything Nobunaga and Hideyoshi had built could disappear overnight. Then came the final showdown, the Battle of Sekigahara. More than 150,000 warriors gathered. The future of Japan would be decided in a single day. When the battle ended, Ieyasu stood victorious. A few years later, he became Shogun, the ruler of Japan. And unlike the men before him, he didn't just win power, he kept it. His government would rule Japan for more than 250 years, bringing one of the longest periods of peace in Japanese history. Oda Nobunaga started the dream. Toyotomi Hideyoshi completed it. Tokugawa Ieyasu protected it. 3 men, 3 completely different personalities. A visionary leader, a peasant genius, a patient survivor. And together, they created the foundation of modern Japan. 3-minute history.